Hello, 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 everyone. This is Ellen Campbell coming to you with Campbell's Creations. And today I'm going to start off with part two of my quilting life story, picking up from part one. So, in my story, now I'm grown and I have children. I moved to Indiana. I stayed 3 years, which was in Gary, Indiana, and I moved back to Mississippi after those 3 years. And I stayed in Mississippi a couple more years, and I moved back to Indiana again for 3 more years. Now, the first years when I moved to Indiana, that's when I learned to crochet. I started learning to crochet by hand. Hello, Betty Harris, how you doing? Hi, Julie L. They say, hello, Miss Ellen. I've been feeling kind of rough, y'all, but I feel so much better now lately. The medication the doctor's giving me is working. So I'm going to continue to pray and continue to take my meds. So I thank God for that. But the first time I moved to Gary, Indiana, I learned to crochet. And learning to crochet was a big thing for me. It was something I was wanting to learn to do, and I did learn to do it. And in the process of learning to crochet, I used to make hats and scarves and tissue box covers and just all little kind of trinkets. I made gloves for your hands to keep your hands warm, the half hand gloves. I crochet all kind of that stuff. And over the years, I accumulated a lot of crocheted stuff because I would crochet from sun up to sundown. Sometimes I'd be up at night crocheting. But I started crocheting blankets or spread tops in square sections, and I would quilt them up. That was a part of my quilting too, y'all. So I would quilt them up, and it would just come out and have something so heavy and so beautiful that's quilted. I enjoyed that. I made the crocheted dolls, the pillow bed dolls. I made a bunch of those. I still have a few left, but those are large and they like a special order. And I would sell them like $200 a doll because they just that special. They're very special. And people will sell them fast as I can make them. They will buy them up, buy them up. And I had to slow down from crocheting because of arthritis, y'all. This hand kind of locks up on me at times. So that's what happened with my crocheting life and going over with crocheting and quilting together. So I moved back to Mississippi, y'all. I was sick, having issues with my back still. And the weather in Mississippi has always been wonderful for me. It would let me do things what normally I couldn't do, in northwestern Indiana, where the weather changed, which I'm kind of northwestern or northeastern Indiana now, but this weather is getting to be too much on me. And I know y'all have heard me talk about a school bus so much. And I was blessed to find one, y'all, for $2,500, close to my hometown in Mississippi. But I'm going to continue to pray about that because, when you find them kind of cheap like that, you got to do a little work on them. And I'm still working on my quilting process, and I do other stuff as well. My quilting life really involved into crafting and crocheting, and I have crochet hair scrunches I crocheted. I brought a few of these in here with me. I made the top of these. See these little gonna be little scrunches here. I have this one, and I have this one that's the into a little ladybug. I'm still seeing little glue strings, y'all. And I have the Minnie Mouse one. Y'all might have remembered the Minnie Mouse with the white and the button silver fastener in the front. I even have some blue and white here. Now, this is the kind of stuff I sew and mess with and play with when I'm stable, like when I can't move much, when my back is bothering me and I can't move and can't get around and do what I need to do. I actually have a rented storage unit that I keep a lot of my stuff in because I have accumulated some stuff. And it's not all fabric, it's not all ribbons, it's not all threads. I have some furniture and stuff out there. Mostly the stuff I have for my buses in that storage. And I'm really planning to get this bus someday. Hope I get to enjoy it and share it with y'all. Hello, Elizabeth, Emily, I'm sorry. Hello, Miss Ellen. I love your life story. Please keep well. Thank you. I'm doing my best. I have a appointment with my podiatrist doctor for tomorrow, so I'll be going out to get my feet taken care of. Um, it's pretty cold here, y'all. It's I call it wicked outside. It's wicked. And you know something wicked ain't nice. It's cold out there. Let me put these back. But yeah, I love doing this kind of stuff, making these. These are gonna be scrunches too. You know, at some point we used to make these and put the little metal bow clamp on it and make hair bows for little girls. And they just a little bit big now. So I sell scrunchie with, you know, bigger girls like putting scrunches on their ponytails. And today I'm just sitting here talking a little bit and gonna sew a little 2-inch strip on side of this, trying to box this color out. I have somebody liking this, got their eyes on it and begging me to go and put it together for them. And they got some patches they want on it. I never seen a quilt with so many patches, y'all. And when I say patches, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. When I say patches, I mean patches. Look, Sam, look at that. Patches. They want patches. These on their quilt. FTD. Teleflores, remember that? Pet food. It gardens food. Colonius Equipment Company. Different patches like that. And most of these patches, you know, look like comes off of a cap or something. And this is new to me. It's very new to me. I had never been asked to do something like this, but I'm going to work with it. And there's just a lot of different patches. Look at that. Or do it go like that? Y'all know what that is. Oh, look, I found a beautiful one. Look at that. And they want it in the quilt. Ain't that a beautiful patch? So I'm going to try to work on this little by little. I started off this morning, y'all, trying to do a little sewing, and I guess I must have overdid it, and I slept a little bit too long. I slept a little bit. Oh, now these are some good sodas here, y'all. If y'all can remember that, oh, I used to love these, the Sunkiss. And I remember they had a factory in Indiana that stored a lot of Sunkiss sodas, and they had like the strawberry and the orange in there. Every time I passed by and they had that bay door open, I was looking. They had the sodas. But that's a lot of it. One more. Y'all know what that one is. I used to love purchasing out of this store here for my vehicles. Love it. They do have one here. I've been intending to go into it, and I have not made the distance yet. Now, this one gonna need a little work. That one gonna need a little work. It's raveling at the seams. Yeah, I got my machine ready, so it should be able to handle it and take care of it. And I'm not gonna really stay on him too long today, y'all, because sitting is the things that aggravates my S1 of my sciatica nerve, and that's where I'm at. So now I made this little box here this morning. It's a little Kleenex cover box made in the Paris theme. But what I'm doing with these is I'm covering my fabric with epoxy. And once it sets and clears, it feels just like vinyl. Yes, vinyl. So there's a nugget for y'all now. There's a tip. I'm doing that. What it does is it give it easy cleanup. When you sick or sitting around wherever you got it out during the winter time, you can just wipe it off, dust it off. Easy cleanup. And most of my sewing and quilting life is learning new and different tips, y'all. Even down to the point of making my own starch. You can make your own starch. I had a recipe. I don't have it in here with me now, but you make your starch. You use I'm thinking this a 1 cup of starch. I use the Argo starch, and I use distilled water, and I boil the water first, and I take my starch from the measurement spoon and put it in a cup, and I mix it with a little regular tap water to kind of cream it out, because you don't want to pour the powder into the hot water. It's going to make clumps. And once you do it like that, your water come to a boil, you ease that cream off into the boiling water, and you stir it up and let it boil and cook, and it's going to thicken up a little. And once it go to thicken up a little, you turn off your iron. And once you turn off your iron, you stir it, continue to stir it a little bit, and it's going to thicken up a little bit more. But while you waiting on it to thicken up a little bit more, you also can take you some potato vodka. Take you about a cup of potato vodka, measure it out, and pour it into your starch and continue to mix it. And as you mixing in this stuff, that vodka keep it from spoiling. Once you put it into a spray bottle or your Mystic bottle, it'll keep it from spoiling, and you can set it out and go on about your day and come back and shake it up and use it. But I also put in a little scent in my starch. I used y'all have seen those little plastic bottle, body spray bottles. It's a little Mystic you can get from Walmart in the bottle. I buy a certain scented body spray from Walmart, and I just add a half a bottle of that into my full mixture, and I continue to stir it and mix it. That's how I do it now. Y'all might do it differently. Everybody do things differently in this quilting life, and that's okay. It's okay. Sometimes it's okay, to make mistakes. In quilting, you can go back and correct your mistake with your friendly seam ripper. Yes. Go back and correct those. And hi, Brenda. Hello, Brenda. How you doing, Brenda Foley? I'm glad you're able to join me today. But yes, there are a lot of tips you can use in quilting, and some that'll help you to get things did better. And I learned using this starch and spray. The straighter you can get something, the better. I even lock in my stitches, y'all. Now, locking in your stitches helps. It helps assure that you're gonna have a good stay seam. It ain't gonna come loose and come out too quick. When I'm sewing, I have to really look and pay attention, y'all. So give me a minute here. I recently was talking to a lady somewhere that was mentioning about the cotton fields wherever she lived has bloomed with fully cotton and stuff. I have told y'all over and over again, my mama taught me just about everything she knowed. She taught me how to take natural field cotton, how to work that cotton and pad it out in a quilt. I mean, some of the stuff we had to learn. It was a survival skill, you know. You had to learn to survive. And I thank my mom for teaching me that. And I do like to teach others what I know. I don't believe in taking anything to my grave. When I go to my grave, I don't want to know nobody but Jesus. I take Jesus with me. I don't want to take no gossip, no rumors, no hate, no false pretense, no nothing with me but some Jesus. I don't mean to be talking like, but y'all know me. I've been talking about my beliefs for a long time. And let me have you to know, I still love everybody, each and everybody, because when I sit down and think about what Jesus did for all of us, and he didn't even know us then, not us newcomers. He didn't know us, and he died for us. It's just amazing. It still amazes me. Yes, that wonderful love. Can't find another love like that. That's just wonderful. You know, one part of my quilting life I ain't tell you guys if I'm jumping in and jumping out. But what I want to tell y'all was it seemed like most of my life I have always tried to help people, you know. And somewhere down the line in between loving on people and helping them, it seems like when I help them, some kind of way my help becomes an elevation, a change, or something in their life that carry them higher. And I have been sitting down talking to God about it, y'all, how people will come into your life and take a little more than they're supposed to take. And bottom line, that's probably what we're here for. It's probably what we're here for, to help, to step in our purpose and our goal in life. And while quilting and stuff, I just encounter a lot of people, you know, a lot of beautiful people that I love and I do care about. Because we're not perfect. We all gonna make mistakes. We all fall short of the glory. We just trying to make it in. Okay. Hi, guess who, Nancy? My chat had disconnected, but it's back now. Hi, Kim. How you doing? Hello, everyone. They said hello, everyone. My quilting journey has been a very beautiful one, and I want to share it with the world. I want these videos to be on YouTube, so if anybody interested in learning how to sew, learning how to quilt, I want them to look my name up. Hashtag Campbell's Creations. That's right. Look me up. If you got a question, I'll drop my email so you can contact me. If you need live help, live training, you can contact me through that email and I will work with you. We can schedule a date, and that is a part of my quilting life, to teach what I have learned from my mother. and a few others that taught me along the way. I even took home economics, I remember telling y'all I took it. I took it 2 years straight, both semesters, each year. I made garments. Y'all saw the little baby capes I showed y'all. That's only a fraction of the stuff that I have made over my quilting life and sewing life. I used to make little girls and boys short pants outfits and stuff. But that was back in Mississippi too. The second time I moved back home from Gary, Indiana. So I moved from Gary, Indiana back to Mississippi, back to Gary, Indiana. Because, Mississippi is a slow-paced town, well, state, regardless. But I love my Mississippi. Hello. Okay, everybody speaking. Hi, Judy L. I hope I spoke to you. Brenda, Foley, Kim. Okay, everybody. I'm happy y'all could pop in, be with me for a few. And this is I'm struggling with my words, y'all. This is churn dash quilt top. This one made kind of on the older style. You know how we would cut strips sometime now and put them in the middle. Well, these have the blocks. I get this script on, I'll show it to you. Like I told y'all, I can remember my mama doing the trip around the world quilt and a lot of beautiful quilts, the bear paw, and she was working on one when she passed away, and I got a piece of it with me. I was intending to finish that quilt, but finding those kind of fabrics going to be very hard because it was like a pale light blue and a pale light yellow, and they were solid pastel colors. But I think I have the pattern to what she was working on in one of these quilting books I got around here. And hopefully I get a chance. Oh, my bobbin is out. Change my bobbin right quick. Oh, I need to find my lint brush. I'm not going to throw a bobbin in that. Oh, look at the bunnies, y'all. That's just terrible. That's just too much. Oh, no. No. Some of these fabrics have a lot of lint in them. And I just started sewing this morning. Ooh, wee. I gotta keep my machine clean. I don't like that. Y'all notice when they got a lot of lint and stuff in these jukies, they make a tack sound like a lawnmower or something. They sound awful. And you have to be careful to keep them clean because you don't want to mess up anything. I've been looking at some more, but I ain't trying to get another sewing machine right now. Even though you can't have too many sewing machines, y'all. Did y'all know that? If you're a quilter and a sewer, you cannot have too many sewing machines. The reason I say that, when one break down, you go get on the other and continue your project. Because if you don't have enough, when you break down, you can't finish. You got to wait till you take it to the shop, get it serviced. Come back from the shop. Y'all know. Can't have too many. My thread kind of tight here, and I'm trying to thread this needle. My machine do have a needle threaded on it, y'all. To be honest, I don't know how to use it. Hello, oh, Kim's talking. Hi, Around to It. How you doing, Shirley? Around to It Sews. Hi, Sherlock Sews. How you doing? Yes, it piles up on that length, and that length of getting your machine and have it sounding like it is fighting a battle by itself. Let me get my thread up. When I change my bobbin, I still like to get my bobbin thread up. See, like it's stuck. Let me see what's got it. Well, I got that up. I have to check. You don't make sure your thread is free. It could break a needle or anything. Yeah. And sewing now, it's finna get cold. You have to be patient and take your time. Try not to sew up your fingers and stuff and hands. You really take your time. Oh, that don't sound good. This is fine, but I don't like it. I'm about to go back inside this machine, y'all. It's not sounding good. And in the process of learning to quilt, you have to learn how to maintain your sewing machines. You have to learn how to oil them and keep them lint-free and dusting and clean. You learn what compartments on it opens up and what don't. I mean, that'll help you in the long run. It'll help you save a little change too. Okay, here. Now putting this bobbin in, I push it in till it snaps. Or you can hold the little flap, that little door flap on it. Now something's stuck again. Well, it's this little piece of thread. Y'all see this thread? Can you see it? Stuck in that handle. So I'm going to have to keep this open until I get my thread up top. Wait a minute. It would help if I can get this out of here. All right. Now bring my thread up. And y'all know a part of free motion quilting, it works better when you bring your bobbin thread up to the top. I do a lot of sit down free motion quilting on this Juki right here. Sitting right here, a matter of fact. I have the little cutie quilting frame, but I don't use it. And I have the big Hindenburg quilting frame, and I don't use it either. Right now, standing and sitting is a huge issue for me. So I'm working it the way I know how to do it. Much better. All right. Now, when I get to the end, I hang my fabric where I can see that end, and I just trim that off even. Got a piece of strip left. I'm going to save that because I've been thinking about doing me a Bargello. I don't know if anybody interested in doing it, but if you are, email me. Let me know. Maybe we can get together and do it as well. I've been seeing a lot of others doing it, and I think it is awesome. That's a beautiful quilt. It reminds me of where I come from. My hometown, where we shop at, Belzona, Mississippi, they have a logo across it's a white sign with the heartbeat on it. And a lot of people have put that symbol on their vehicle saying the heartbeat of America or the heartbeat of the country. And I'm like, wow, farm life. That's the first thing popped in my mind, y'all. And I think our country probably gonna have to go back to doing a lot of farming. Things just be happening one after another one. But let me show y'all this here. Remember I told you about the blocks? Churn dash with the blocks? This is it. This is it. This is what I'm working on a little bit today. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to quilt this myself or send it out. But quilting, my quilting life has been a real vibrant one. The traveling. And you know, back then we didn't have nothing but MySpace and Facebook to share stuff on. Y'all remember MySpace? Some of y'all might still have a MySpace account. Or is they still up and running? When MySpace was out, I could never figure out how to use the platform. When my daughter hooked me up on Facebook, I didn't even know how to use Facebook, y'all. I had to learn. I got put in jail a couple times. Hello, okay, I spoke to around to it. Kim said, my machines are put away for a while. I haven't felt like sewing, but I'm going to get started again as soon as possible after surgery. Yes, Kim, yes. And we'll continue to keep you in our prayers too, that you have a speedy recovery. Around to it said, I'm doing well. Thank you, Miss Ellen. You're welcome. Around to it, Shirley, no, I haven't had surgery yet. I went back to my doctor this week and he told me that I have to go through a randomly other processes before they just hop in and give me surgery. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, hear the song and dance, y'all. I got to start physical therapy. They're gonna give me a walker. They're gonna pretty much, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to continue taking prednisone and muscle relaxers. So right now I'm on muscle relaxers and prednisone to, you know, reduce the pain and stuff. And I'm going to tell y'all, that picture when I put it on my Facebook page when I was at the hospital, I ain't say too much, but my pain was all down in my pelvic bone. It felt like I was giving childbirth, y'all. Like I was in labor at my age. That's not a good feeling. And then you know when your hips is hurting like that and your pelvic bone and all the other bones hurting, ain't much you can do in that condition. So I'm probably gonna be getting nursing help till after all of this is over with. And when I can get back on my feet, I'm going to be happy when I can get back on my feet, when I can do for myself. The real fix, they say, for this is when your S1 fusion to another bone or your spinal bone and apply pressure to your sacred nerve, or they call it the sacroiliac bone, applying pressure, it mashing, causing a bulge in your back and making pressure hit dead on that sacroiliac nerve. So when that is gone, I've been a happier place. When that feels better, I can do more. I probably could stand and get back to exercising and working out and walking. I usually walk. I ain't walked the neighborhood and I don't know when. I usually walk just to get a little exercise in. And you know, I'm from Mississippi. We got a logo, a slogan where all the children used to say, we ain't got nothing to do. And we'll look and say, let's go walking. Let's go walking. Honey, that walking was the thing. Anytime you walking, that's a benefit to you. Kim says surgery scheduled for October 27th if cardiologists release me. Oh God. We'll be praying you get that release, Kim. Praying that everything is well with you so you can have your surgery. In the mighty name of Jesus. We know it's by his spirit. Because that's what he sent back for us. It's by his spirit, his comforter, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, whatever y'all call it. It's by his spirit. I've been doing a lot of talking with Jesus, y'all. A lot of talking with him. Tell him all about your troubles. Remember, he said, cast all your cares upon him. And I literally have to do that. You can't trust man. You can't trust friend, nobody to talk to, you know. You have to cast your cares on him. If you say cat, somebody else gonna go back and say, oh, she said bat. It was bat for real. It was bat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And having a YouTube channel proves it, honey. It sure do. I see where a lot of sewers and quilters don't want to get one. But I have a reason and I have a goal for my channel. And I plan to donate out my link button probably to my daughter for a good cause. Because I started my YouTube channel back in 2014. But when I started in 2014, I had listed about 3 or 4 videos on beauty products. And this is the same channel that I switched from the beauty products to my quilting life and my sewing stuff. So I will have a platform or a place where people can view how I made this, how I did this, how this was done, how that was done. They can go back and look at them and make the same stuff, even from the poster stamps, quilt tops that I love to make. A matter of fact, I better get me some fabric and make me another one because I've been having a black and white one on my heart for so long. I got to get it done, y'all. Excuse me, I got some water here. And I thought about a black and white. I just love me some black and white. I just need some black and white in my life a little bit. My favorite color is not black and white. I'm partial to orange now. Orange, brown, green, yellow. Yes, those are my colors. And I first started off with a dire love for this purple. Y'all see this spool of thread? I loved me some purple, y'all. I still like purple, but it's something about that orange the floral mixing orange and browns and yellows all together. It can be an ombre of orange and brown and black and green and yellow. I just love those colors. They have always been a part of my life. It's just now I'm just now realizing how much I really, really, really like those colors. And I've been intending to make me something to hang on the wall with those colors in it. I'm going to get around to it. I live and nothing happened. I'm going to make me another one of those little log cabin quilts that I done. I'm going to make me one, and however it come out, that's how I'm going to use it. I have acquired, I think 10 plus sewing machines, y'all. I have quite a few sewing machines. Some of them is mostly metal. I only have very few plastic machines. This Juki, it's kind of metal, and it's a little metal too. But I have a lot of metal machines. I love the metal ones. Something about the plastic machines just couldn't hold my juice. I put it like that. They couldn't hold my juice. I'll be sewing and they'll bounce up off the table. Have y'all ever experienced a sewing machine bouncing and you sewing and it steady bouncing and sliding all over away from you? That's what I call those lightweight sewing machines. They can't hold up to your sewing pressure. I have a notification blocking my view. I apologize. Hi, JoJo's mom. She said, hello, everyone. Glad you can join me. One of these days, I want to come on, be able to sit down and come on and stay live all day long. Have any of y'all ever thought about that? Just sit and chat and sew, stay live. Of course, we work on a project from beginning to finish end. That will be one long video. YouTube probably would kick us out and say, y'all got to come back. Oh, yeah. But I want y'all to know I love y'all. I love people. I love everyone. Sometimes we go through different stuff and can't understand why we're going through or why this is happening to me. You know, Jesus already told us in his words, my grace is sufficient. His grace is sufficient. His love is more than enough. And the battles we go up against, Jesus said there's already won. He won the battle for us already. So we got to stop letting Satan trespass on us. We got to be the one that put up the blockers and stop it. And y'all know when we stop it and we call on Jesus to help us, you know who gonna flee, right? Yeah, you know who gonna flee. So yes, we go through and continue to go through, continue to love and forgive and keep each other in prayers. Inspire. Live to inspire. Live to inspire. And when you inspire, you create. And when you live and create, that's an inspiration right there to others too. Sometimes people be going through and be like, I don't know how I made it, how I did it. Oh, you know, it was Jesus, honey. Jesus loves us all so much, he go to war on our behalf. If he can't do it all by himself, guess what? God dispatched his angels, y'all. And when the angels come in to help, you know it's wartime. So keep your head up. Keep your head up. Don't hang your head down low for anything. I encourage y'all, continue to sew and quilt and stay blessed. I used to know this song about Ride Out Your Storm, but maybe I can do a few verses of it. You've been through the storm. Seems like forever. Your nights of confusion has been oh so long. Your ship has lost anchor, and the storms got you drifting. Oh yeah. Put your hands in Jesus and ride out your storm. Ride out your storm. Oh, God is there with you. Well, you may not feel him, but you're not alone. Oh, you're hurting now, but the morning is coming. Just hold on to Jesus and ride out your storm. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. No matter what you're going through, y'all, hold on and just ride that storm right on out. It ain't going to be like this for always, y'all. It ain't going to be like this always. Never have, never will be. This is just a storm. Sometimes we all have to deal with our storms and battles in different ways. And I deal with mine through prayer and singing, y'all. Prayer, praise, and singing. Okay? That's the PPS. Prayer, praise, and singing. Julie F., what a beautiful voice. Thank you, Judy. Sherlock Soul said, my machine bounced only on foldable tables. Oh, okay. I had a solid wooden table with mine on and it was bouncing. Kim said, Miss Ellen, I need that song. You know what, Kim? If we friend on Facebook, because I can send it to you, it's on YouTube. A man and a woman sings it. I don't know their name, but I do know I go to let me see on my phone. Wait a minute, I'll tell you in 1 minute. I looked it up. Oh, here it is, right here. See this man and the woman with the white? It looked just like that. That's the song right there. And that's the couple that sing it that got my inspiration to going into that song right there. And it says, I don't know if you can see the writing, but it said, ride out your storm. Turn to Jesus. LYDB. That's the name, LYDB under there. Let me see if I can get it. It might be getting a little blurry, but you can see it. Maybe you blow up the words, take a screenshot or something. That's the song with these two here. And I have been listening to it today, so. Well, I got this other side on, and I guess tomorrow, live and nothing happen, I'm going to have to switch out my machines because it's going to be time to sew on these patches. And I got to, I probably should go get me some stabilizers. I need a little stabilizer put on this quilt. But y'all know I got some stabilizer I can put on here, but I don't really have to get stabilizer when I have this kind of stuff. Or y'all, I done moved my Elmer's glue, but y'all know the clear washable Elmer's glue, you can use that as a stabilizer too. The thing is, you use it as a basting spray and use a hot iron, spray it in and iron it together. It'll stay, it won't move. That's nugget number 2, y'all. Only thing I do when I'm done quilting my quilts and I use that, I go back and I wash the quilt. I wash the quilt, make sure it's fresh and clean, get all that stuff out. Then it's ready, you can put it away or whatever you're going to do with it. This is a big one. I like doing big quilts sitting right here on this machine, y'all. And I'm thinking about attacking this one instead of taking it to a long arm. It'll give me something to do my weekday through. But tomorrow I got to run out and it's cold outside. I don't like going out in the cold. Not with these bones conditions. But I gotta do what I gotta do, y'all. I was checking my comments. I ain't want to miss anybody comment. Look at that. That's just a cute little old turn dash to me. It's a big block, though. I still have quilt tops I made back in probably 2014. I know I do. The ones I made before 2014, you know, I used to send those to my mom when she was living. I just sent all my quilt tops to her. The ones I didn't keep for myself for my house, I give them to her. I used to always send stuff home to my mama. I used to send money home to my mama, y'all. My mama and my father were elderly, and I knew they couldn't do for themselves. And I knew if I would send them something, at least one child out of the family, send her something that she'll be able to get the help that is required to keep them going and keep their household going. I have always thought about my elderlies, even my neighbors in this community. I don't know a lot of them like I would like to, but you know, people in the city want their own privacy and they want to keep it that way. So I respect their privacy. I have a few neighbors that are friendly, so those are the ones I talk to. I have a neighbor that helps me, you know, when I need help. And that's nice. Oh, this is gonna be okay, I guess. I'm gonna have to check this over. Look for any peaks and cracks. Yeah, I'm gonna lay it to the side for now. This is that until I can get. I got to get the. I have to get the. What them things is patches sewed on. And for the late ones coming in, these are some more of the handcrafts and stuff that I make while I'm sitting down and ain't able to move too much. This is the ladybug, black and white polka dot ladybug. And this is Minnie Mouse. This is what I do with my circles, y'all. I make flowers. This is can you see that flower from the back? And then this is the front. I just try to spend my time doing something, instead of sitting with idle mind, thinking about this or thinking about that. I can't do that. I don't let nobody get into my head to where it produce or create negativism, a negativeness in me. So I just keep it pushed out, shut out. And I let in and everybody in. I love on everybody. These are some of the white satin. Remember I showed y'all I did a rifle a long time ago with some of this white satin that somebody could win a roll, and I had no takers. I forgot what it was. Nobody applied to win it, and now I'm just cutting up white satin, making flowers. This is another Minnie Mouse. See the Minnie Mouse? It's Minnie. And I make them 2 a piece. This is a mini as well with the flower. And they're going to be scrunches. This is 1 of each I done showed y'all. So I'm going to stick them back over here together. I got my hair done. My daughter braided my hair for me, y'all. And it's so tight. It is so tight on me right now. And I'm sitting here going like, is my head hurting? My head hurting. My other boxes I have made like this is down in the basement. This is the newer one I done. This is a Paris Eiffel Tower puff box, Kleenex box cover. And in case y'all are interested in doing this, let me tell y'all how I do it. Okay, you know this is fabric. And I take a box and I draw around the box all the way around. I lay it flat, draw around. That's how I make my top. And then I fold it in the top so it'll be an even open in the center. Fold it so it'll be even. And once you cut your fabric out and stuff, I cut 2. I cut 2, or I cut it on the fold where this edge right here be on a folded edge. And I do it for each piece where it don't be any raw edges on the end. It be a little folded, and this one fitting a bit snug. But here's what I do. I'm going to take this back off of this box, and I take a used Walmart bag or something, a plastic bag like this, and I put it on the box and tie it. Then I set this back on the box. I put it back on. And once I put it back on, I pull out my Mod Podge. I pull out the Mod Podge and I paint this in Mod Podge pretty heavily. I put it on real good. Check my messages. She said, Miss Ellen, I need that song. Okay, I'll send it to you. Kim says, I'm making a pot of vegetable soup. Oh, that sounds good, Kim. Sherlock Soul says, I made the same thing, Kim. Vegetable soup. Y'all making me hungry. Sherlock Soul says, pretty quilt. Thank you, Sherlock. Lori. JoJo's mom says, beautiful. Thank you. Pretty bows. Thank you, Sherlocks. I do appreciate y'all coming. But how I turn this into feeling like it's leather or pleather or whatever you want to call it, I cover it in the Mod Podge real good after I get the bag over the box, and I put it back on the box and I let it set overnight to dry. It don't really take it all night long to dry. Mod Podge dry pretty quick. But if you put it on heavy, go ahead and let it set overnight. And while we're talking, y'all do give me the thumbs up. Like and share this video for me, please. I thank you very much in advance. And once it dries and you come back to it and you had it covered in Mod Podge all over pretty good, pretty heavy, then You let it stay covered, but you lift your insides, make sure it ain't sticking to that plastic. And you go ahead and pour up you a few grams of epoxy. You have the epoxy I got is the one from Walmart where you mix an equal part of A with an equal part of B. And you don't need but just a little bit. And which reminds me, I'm waiting on a little gram scale to come in. So you set your cups on it and you zero it out and you mix up. I go to the first notch from the bottom and then I get part B and add it to part A, one more notch so it'll be the same amount. And I take my popsicle stick and I stir it. And you have to stir it for quite a few minutes. Take your time and just stir it. And it's going to foam up. It's going to turn white looking. It's going to look like it's full of bubbles and everything. You just continue to stir it. And after a while, you can stir it a good 2 or 3 minutes and sit it down. And once you sit it down, it's going to clear up. Or you can hit it with a little heat and the bubbles will come straight out and it'll clear out. And once it do that, I have gloves on my hand and I just take my finger and dip it in the epoxy and rub it on top of the Kleenex box. And I massage it in with my finger. I rub it and massage it in. I get close to the edge I can get without going over. And I just do the whole outside of this box design with that. Excuse me, let me mute y'all 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I have sinus issues again, y'all, and they bother me, and I do apologize. But in covering these boxes and making them look like it's leather, they have a shine on them, y'all, that I could not believe. It's a beautiful shine. And I'm going to show y'all something else I did, but after I get through with this. I take my finger and I almost take my time and massage that epoxy into this cover after the Mod Podge has dried and sealed the fabric. You know that Mod Podge seals it up, and then when you massage that epoxy in, the epoxy sits on top and become a gloss finish for it. You rub it in and massage it in so you don't have any running. That's why I only take a very little bit. And once you're done, you have a beautiful Kleenex box cover that shines. When dust falls on it, it can be wiped off like that with a damp wet wipe or something to clean it up. It'll last longer. And I think this is a great idea if y'all sews and go to festivals, events, and any type of city events that allows you to rent a booth or something to display your items. This will be a nice display items for your booth. And as well as the barrettes that I do, you know, for the girls, scrunchies and stuff. I even have crochet made scrunchies like this, but it's out of crochet yarn, y'all. So, and they are right now, I got them dirt cheap. I ain't even been selling them. I just been making stuff, piling it up. And I was in the process of getting me some totes and carrier to put my stuff in because I'm not finna have stuff all over everywhere. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't pass go. It got to be organized. I done experienced too much chaos. I don't need no more. So that's what I've been working on. And y'all know these big Kleenex boxes come from the Dollar Tree. You can order all the Dollar Tree products straight off online. You don't have to even go into the store unless you're just going to pick up from your local dollar store. If you order by the cases or however, whatever best work out for y'all. That would be nice to have a case. If I had a case, y'all, I don't know what I'd do with a case of Kleenex boxes, tissues. I'd probably sit up and make a cover for every one of them. Just because it's something I like to do. And these leftover strips here, y'all see I got here? I'm not going to throw them away. They're not 2.5 inches strip, but they're 2 inches. They're 2 inches. And I can take these 2-inch strips here and fold them. Well, first of all, when I'm making some, I fold this in under so there won't be any raw edges. And then I fold it in half. Then I get my hand needle and my thread. I start sewing until I gather it all up to make, gather it and make that round little circle bow thing to make my flowers. I'm just liking making flowers now, y'all. I thank y'all for watching. I don't know if I showed this one. This is one of the ones that didn't turn out so good. Y'all know what that is. It didn't turn out too good on that side. But this is a cast iron skillet hot handle protector. I had quilted this up and cut it to sew it to fit on one of my cast iron skillets. And I have a couple sets now, y'all, of cast iron skillets. I love cast iron skillets. To me, they just preparing me to be able to survive. If I have to go outside here to make a fire, I can feed me and somebody else. That's how I look at that. I can feed me as well as my neighbor. So it's just been a blessing learning different things, learning new tips and tricks, just experimenting with sewing and my quilting life, y'all. It's just been wonderful. It's just been truly a friend to me. It keeps me company when I'm lonely, which I'm not ever lonely because I'm always doing something, if it's by hand or by machine. So I just thank God for this blessing. I could be in here crying and trying to run up behind somebody, being with the wrong person just because I want somebody else in my life to keep me company. That's not so here, y'all. That is not so. I can live here happily alone by myself. That's why I know I can live in a bus by myself. I can do it. And I'm capable and I'm ready. I'm not worried too much about where I'm going to park it at because I have somewhere to park it. All I have to do is go home to Mississippi and I can park. Hi, Jazzy Joyce. I'm glad you can join us. I'm not going to keep y'all long. I'm going to go and let y'all go. I thank each and every one of y'all for coming in, liking, and subscribing to my channel. I just thank y'all for being a blessing in my life. Thank y'all for connecting with me. Thank y'all for sharing y'all wonderful thoughts and ideas on quilting and different methods that y'all use to sew. For those of you that have a channel, I thank y'all. God bless. Till next time. Bye now. Bye. Don't forget, if y'all have any question, my email is listed in the bottom in the description of this video. Have a blessed day. Bye now.